Let's see, what else do we have? So last little thing, I just want to give a plug for our website. We launched it this week. We have a bunch of, while we have hired 26, we have a lot more, I think, I don't know, 14, 15 or so, still outstanding. It's very dynamic. It might be changing as we speak. So we encourage everyone to go look out there. If you know someone who's really someone who's interested in customer service, who wants to use technology to help people, then the financial markets and some of the other training skills, we can teach you that. But the other kind of passions that are inherent to you, you have to have those. That's kind of all I have. There's a few thank yous I'd like to also add. I mentioned Susie and all her work, so for 0.1, I want to thank her, all the Agio staff. Natasha's somewhere out here. I call her the other CEO. She's the chief everything officer, maybe everything else officer, that does everything else in the office. Someone has had to schedule 130 interviews, times probably 3, because they have to meet with several people, so thank you. All the other Agio staff that are here, appreciate you guys coming. And on a personal note, my parents are here. This is what McDonoughs do. I get emotional on these things. So, so a few months ago, we called them, and they, I don't think they were expecting their 33-year-old son to come home. We were definitely out of the nest, and so we called, and they've been nothing but supportive, nothing but great. Even though we used their house as a hotel for a little bit. Bob and Kay McDonough, if you meet them, they're just mom and dad. You can call them mom and dad. Where's Dad? Dad's right there. Yeah. Dad, stand up. Mom, stand up. To the greatest role model a son could ever have, and my mom's my biggest fan. We all wish we had a fan. Everyone wishes you had a fan like that in your corner. And last but not least, to the love of my life, is my fiance Heidi. Please. So in the midst of all this, we decided to get married. We thought there was an open weekend in July. So we decided, hey, let's take it. Why not? But in all seriousness, so I have a pretty crazy schedule on top of traveling. She's running our lives, and proud to admit, told President Boren she's now officially a Sooner. She just left class and will be going to class after this in the interior design program. And she's also taking school at the New York School of Interior Design every other weekend. So and running our lives and all that good stuff, 2 houses, all that. And I think her lowest grade was a 97, and I think she's appealing the decision and maybe redoing it or something, so quite the overachiever. But seriously, thank you for your friendship and your love. I love you. So with that, I think that's all I have. We're around for a while. If you have any questions, come around. But again, Don, thank you.
When I met Bart in September, I don't remember the gray hair. Honestly. And we have our new campaign slogan for the state of Oklahoma, Secretary Shirley, Oklahoma is sticky. Our next speaker is Natalie Shirley, Oklahoma Secretary of Commerce and Tourism. She was appointed to this position in 2007 by Governor Brad Henry. Secretary Shirley was former president and CEO of ICI Mutual Insurance Group of Washington, D.C., a captive insurance company for the mutual fund industry. She's an Oklahoma native, graduating from another school north of here, but getting her law degree from OU. So please help me in welcoming Natalie Shirley.
Is this a great day in Norman or what? This is the second time in as many months as I've been out here with Don, and I think that most of you have been present as we've opened one facility after another, one company after another, making a decision to move to Norman and to move to Oklahoma. And in no small part, that is due to Don Woods and OU and the other partners in this state, in this city, such as Cindy. So let me welcome you back to Oklahoma, Bart. I'm a boomeranger also. That is what we call Oklahomans who went someplace else for a little while. In my case, it was 20 years. And coming back to this state. And let me welcome you, Heidi. I think you will find a great home in this state. Congratulations to Bart's family. I saw the smile on my mother's face when I moved back, and I'm sure that you share it as well. We have a boomerang program which we use to recruit folks back into the state because indeed, you're right. As you try to bring employees that will be sticky, and that's a word I've used for many years, you need them to have a tie to this state. When I was in D.C. and I was trying to bring people into our company and recruit them, I knew that they either needed to have a relationship with the city itself or I had to find them someone to marry right away. And so I ran this dating service in addition to this very large insurance company because that is an important element in terms of getting folks that want to be in your location. And since Oklahoma is indeed the greatest state in the union, it's not hard to find folks that want to move back. You know, Agio is the poster child for the types of jobs that we were looking for when we created the 21st Century Quality Jobs Program. These are high-tech financial services jobs that are paying a high wage and which form sort of the cornerstone of our efforts to transition Oklahoma to a knowledge-based economy. As I say often, and I speak around the state a lot, we can't just do more of what we're doing. We want to do greater. And in order to do that, we need these high-tech, high-quality jobs so that we can transition to a knowledge-based economy. Let me congratulate the partnership that was involved with this successful relocation. The Norman Economic Development Coalition, under the fantastic leadership of Don Woods, which I've already spoken about, and he's probably gotten such a big head now, we won't be able to move on. The City of Norman, Cindy Rosenthal is truly a fantastic mayor, and we've done dozens of these now, it seems, and OU. I'm working with Dan last month and next month as we again try to bring companies to this great location. I am the state, and so I bring gifts. You know, they always say, you're the state and you're not here to help me. Well, we always bring gifts. So let me again congratulate Agio on its location here in Norman and present to you a couple of gifts. Don't worry, I didn't just fall off. All right. Bart? This says, the state of Oklahoma salutes Agio on the location of your facility in recognition of your company's major investment in the state's growing economy and the commitment to a lasting partnership with the state of Oklahoma, signed by the Governor, Brad Henry.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Now you'll have to find someone to... And then the Department of Commerce would like to present you with this wonderful scenery from Oklahoma, as well as with the seal of the state.
Oh, that's great.
So I hope you enjoy it.
Thank
you very much. Thank you.
We're going to hear next from Cindy Rosenthal. Cindy was elected mayor of Norman in 2007 after serving 3 years as council member from Ward 4. She is Norman's first popularly elected woman mayor, and I'm proud to say two-term mayor now. Among her honors, Mayor Rosenthal won the 2009 Distinguished Public Service Award, which is given annually by the Oklahoma chapter of the American Society for Public Administration to a public servant whose career exhibits the highest standards of excellence, dedication, and accomplishments. In 2005, she was honored by the Journal Record as one of 50 women making a difference in Oklahoma. She is director and curator of the Carl Albert Congressional Research and Studies Center at the University of Oklahoma and a professor of political science with a joint appointment in women's studies. Mayor?